Well, good morning, good morning. Yes, I'm up early. And to my surprise, I had forgotten all about it, but it's daylight savings time. My computer said one thing, but the other clock said another. And I'm like, uh-oh. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about the differences between the Cricut machine and using die cutting machines, dies and embossing. One difference, I have both of the different kinds. I have the Cricut, not the I have the Cricut Air. There's like different all kinds of different Cricuts too. I have the Cricut Air, Cricut Explore Air, I think it's called. And I have a Gemini and a Gemini Junior. And this was done. This lacy work was done with the Gemini Junior. And I've tried to do stuff like this with the Cricut, and it's not, the results are not consistent. Is this too much trial and error? So I wouldn't, for one, if you want to do very intricate things and you want to um, make duplicates, like I can do this almost exactly the same over, with the exception of maybe the placement being off by maybe a micrometer of an inch. But, this part, I used a ruler and I placed everything in. I had lines, but I erased it. You might be able to see faint lines, and I erased it pretty good. And I was considering adding some more stones. I have this set of stones. I was going to use the clear ones on the outside, but then one of the golden ones popped out, and I said, well, let me try it. So anyway, I'll do that later because this thing it's sticking. I have to find a way to. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So that's one of the differences that I noticed between the Cricut and the die cutting machine, the Gemini Junior. I just discovered all this paper crafting and card stuff um, last year during the quarantine. You know, along with many other people, I had a lot of time on my hands, so I had the opportunity to check out some different craftings. Uh, so this caught my interest. At first, it seemed really complicated, and I thought it would be expensive too because you got to buy dyes, you got to buy paper, you got to buy this, you got to buy that, you know. But then I kept watching, and I saw all these beautiful things come together. One person in particular that I watched the most was Jennifer McGuire, and there was another young lady. It's Me JD. I watched her videos. Hers was good too. I just saw so much cute stuff being put together with paper, and it was like I was mesmerizing. So I took myself into, getting a few things, and as I started to make stuff, I was like, wow, it's not as complicated. What really made me want to try it was the electronic die cutting and embossing machine, which is the Gemini from Crafter's Companion. Yeah, I think I like the gold ones on the outside like that. I think if I knew it needed something, it needed a finishing touch, and I couldn't figure what. But I think the gold stones work nicely. All right, so I'll do that later because I want to show some other things. Set that aside. Okay, now one advantage of the Cricut, the reason that I got the Cricut is because unlike your dies, there are certain things that you will not find, certain sentiments and certain dies that you won't find. For example, this is a favorite sentiment of mine. Um, And this is the symbol that goes with this sentiment. And Nia Akoma means it's a African term, particularly from Ghana, because this is an Adinkra symbol. This is called the Akoma, this symbol here, which many people commonly think is a heart, but the name of it is the Akoma. Now, I would say that the difference is that this is open space, and with the heart that most people use, it's closed. So I would say that's the difference in that. But the heart, from what I understand, the heart derived from this symbol. So, but anyway, that's another story. So yeah, I will. It's not likely that I'm going to find dies. Let's say this. I have um, I have taken individual letters and made this sentiment, but that's really very time consuming. And there are shapes similar to this, but not exactly. This does have a particular shape that's very unique. It's elongated, kind of very steep in the middle, and kind of narrow, whereas other heart shapes are. Let's see what I can find here. That's a heart shape. Yeah, they tend to be like this, right? Kind of plump and also solid, right? So yeah. So that's one reason why I got the machine, and it started. The idea came to customize vases for flowers, because I also design flowers. I'm a certified florist, and I design flowers. Now this was done with the Cricut. This is the Taurus symbol. I had come up with this idea where I said, let me do um, a set of floral designs that include the symbols for all of the zodiac signs. And there are flowers, and also a particular flower that corresponds to each of the zodiac signs. And I thought that would be really fun, to add that element. So this was done with the Cricut. This is just vinyl, waterproof vinyl. This was a custom design that I did. But another advantage with the Cricut is that you can adjust the size. I have something else that I use this same Taurus symbol on. Let's see if I got it here. All right, so you see that? Now with the dies, the sizes are set. Occasionally you'll get something in 3 different sizes. I think I got something. Let's see. Oh, here we go. I'm getting better at this. Okay, so this is a set, and it just happened to have 3 different sizes, right? But with the Cricut, you can adjust the size of the image to whatever you want. So this is something. This was one of my first designs I did with Cricut. I thought that was fun. So yeah, I might do something else with this. I don't know what. And I didn't leave the little parts that you're supposed to leave those parts in here. Like I said, it was one of my first ones. So, but if I do another one, I saved the design, so I can probably do another one and do it right and keep the little centers. So yeah, this was Cricut, and then this one was from a die. Let me see if I have it. Yeah, this was from a die. So and this is vinyl. I like this too, but these are hard to find. In fact, this was, I think, the last one. So it would be nice if I could find the rest of these, but I just decided to go with with my solar sign. So, but that's the difference. And also with die cuts, there's a bit more dimension. I mean, you can see, you can see like the little bits of curvature around the edges and stuff like that. So that's detail that's missing with the Cricut. Everything's just flat, very flat. Unless you happen to get vinyl or other material. I mean, it cuts a lot of things too. So, but then another advantage is that you can create symbols that are not available. This is another very popular symbol. This is called Nyame, and this is also one of the Adinkra symbols from Ghana, and it means only God. And so I made this bottle, and I call this a message in a bottle, and in the message it says only God. So I thought that was fun. So, but there are no dies like this. I would like to see a Dinker symbol dies. That would be really cool. Maybe I can make that happen. So anyway, just wanted to share those things. That's about it for now. And this is another fun thing that I did with the use of dies. These pieces were die cuts. Very precise work. This is a combination, actually. These petals were paper punched. So that's another option with the paper crafting. There's so many tools that you can use. So these are not dies. These pieces here, this piece, that's a die. The triangles are dies. The pyramid, it was a free download. And this gold is so shiny. I mean, yeah, that's me. My bifocal goes on. It's so shiny. All right, so that was fun. Here's another little. Oh, I'm glad I actually bought this one on camera because you can't see all the glimmer in the photo that I posted. I used the Winka Stella, the gold. You gotta be careful with these things. They can get kind of leaky. I think I stored it upside down, and they can get pretty runny. So I got the gold. I got the clear. The clear so far is the one I like the best because you can put it on most anything. And I also got a green one. Where is it? Oh, right here. I haven't used it much. That's the green one. I just have to remember not to store them upside down because that gold one got really, really messy. Yeah, so this was another piece of another practice piece. Now, when you use these, you want to make sure that everything is lined up. So when I did this, I secured the card down and I lined it up nicely, and I used a ruler. Let me see if I have a ruler. Okay, this will do this. Old one. I have a bunch of rulers. Okay, so I did like this, right? And then so it was open out like that. So I did like this, and then I placed the die up against the ruler to make sure that it was even. Because if you don't do it right, it's gonna just mess up your paper. So, and I did a couple bloopers. I've had the Gemini now for at least let's see, I got it in like October. I think it was October. Yeah, so I've had it for like 6 months, and these dies came with it. These two and a couple more, and I tried it, and I was like, oh, what? This is weird. Something's wrong with this die, but it just turned out that I wasn't using it right. So, but that's how I did it. And then I secured everything. I taped the card down, and then I attached the die to the paper because it was originally, the edge was like this, right? So everything is is anchored against the ruler, and the ruler was secured so that it wouldn't move. All right, so I tape down the ruler and just do a partial demonstration. Okay, so that's just some drafting tape. So make sure that the ruler was straight. Like that. Make sure that it was straight and that it didn't move. And then I would take the card and secure it like that. Yellow ink on there. Right? So everything's nice and secure, nice and straight. Straight and secure. So then I placed the die like this. And I just kind of followed the design to see where it would be center. And it was like between these two holes was like the center, like that. And then once I got it into position where it needed to be, then I attached this to the card. When it was blank, of course. No, did I do it after? No, I did it after. I stamped it first, and then I put the edge on. Yeah. Okay. So that's how I did that. Okay, so that was the result, and it's really cute. Sometimes it's just the tiniest thing that makes a difference in the card. Now, what I might do differently is, this is just plain, like a plain piece of brown cardstock. So what I would do is make a coordinating cut edge so that when you open it, you would see that same cut edge. I think I'm going to do that next time. Plus, this is not very straight. Well, I can still use this. Let's see, how can I fix it? I use a Tombow glue. I probably won't take it apart, but with the Tombow glue, I've been able to take things apart that I assembled like weeks ago. After a while, it will hold. But anyway, that's another story for another day. Yeah, so I'm thinking when it comes to what machine to use, it depends on what you're gonna do. You know, right now I'm doing a lot more learning about card making and all the paper crafting tools and techniques. So I'm going to be working with the Gemini a bit more than the Cricut. Now my Cricut I've had for about a year because I got that last February, and I've actually used the Gemini more than the Cricut, even though I've had the Cricut longer. So, but there's still a lot of cool stuff you can do with the Cricut that you cannot do with the die cutting machines. It's just something to consider if you're looking to invest into one or the other. Based on the fact that I use the Gemini more, I would go with the Gemini. Only based on the fact that I use it more. I am planning to use the Cricut more, but that'll be later rather than sooner. Anyway, thanks for watching. Enjoy your day, and remember that it's daylight savings time. Spring ahead. Have a great day.